Welcome back. This is Tom.
Hi, I'm Alex.
We are going to try to recover from a massive punt last match, which cost us the game completely. This is not a great hand, but do not like mulliganing in limited, so we're going to keep it. We've got 2 plays. We can Evolving Wilds within our deck. Probably grab our mountain right off the bat.
We have enough swamps and islands for a little bit.
Trying to think. I don't think we have any double black spells, although Banewood Punisher is kind of a double black spell, because when you cast it, it's often best to kill whatever your target is right away. Opponent coming out right away with a cycle. We'll go get our mountain. Riddleform. We did get our second black.
That would be really fun.
But we've got a turn 3 play and a turn 4 play. We have lots of extra cards we can discard to Merciless Eternal. Opponent decides they want to be blocking. Seeker of Insight. Alright, we've got a blue-red spells deck coming up here.
Not that different from our blue-black spells deck.
Ooh, and we have our Locust God. So now I do not want to be discarding our lands away unless we draw some more.
Because we have exactly enough for Locust God right now.
Yep, and this is a good matchup, because if an opponent tries to block and prevent 2 damage, they're going to take 2 from the Afflict anyway. That makes things a little different. Draw a land would be fine. Ooh, unsummon.
A horror would be great right now because it turns on every time you activate Locust God's ability.
A Horror of the Broken Lands?
Yes.
Yes, you are correct. I may just want to unsummon his striker right now, because I don't want it to die and have it come back bigger later. And he's still taking the 2 afflict damage.
Oh, because that's good.
And to save mana, I am going to bring in the Banewood Punisher. Another option would have been to just discard Unsummon and activate Merciless Eternal's ability. That would have killed the Sinew Striker outright. But Sinew Striker, of course, is much better in its form. Eternalized form. Alright, now I have an extra land to cycle away, so I will attack with probably both, because you can't block both of them profitably.
If he blocks this Punisher with a Sinew Striker, you can pay black to sacrifice it to kill the Seeker without killing the Striker.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it, and just leave him the 2/2 on the battlefield. Is that what you're thinking, Alex?
Yeah. So if you use the Sinew Striker to block the Banewood,
So I think this time,
discard a land.
I still discard a land, yeah.
Because his single die, but yours won't.
This is 5/2, so he can't Eternalize next turn, but he does have to discard a card to do it. If that's all he does, I'm probably going to be in pretty good shape with the Locust God.
Our Locust God can block that.
He's got a flyer. That can also block Lotus God, though.
Does Locust God go to the hand?
Locust God goes back into your hand if it dies. So I do have the option of attacking with Merciless Eternal and discarding my extra island this turn versus playing the Locust God. I think it's better just to get the Locust God down on the table. We're just really hoping our opponent does not have a punishing blow.
And every turn you have another blocker if you play the Sinew Striker.
I do, although it's haste. There's 4 mana. Oh, okay, 5. Phew. 6. Ha 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 ha! Well, okay. This is interesting. So
they block each other. Always yield.
I think I want to start activating this right away.
Play another land for so discard an island.
No, I'm not going to play another land because I want to.
Oh, because you want to have discard outlets.
Correct. If I draw a card, I can also... Well, I could play the land, and then I'd have Merciless Eternal to attack with.
One thing to consider is, if you attack with your Locust God, he doesn't get insects.
If he blocks with his Locust God.
If he blocks with his Locust God, but that's the only way he can kill your Locust God.
Right, and I'm thinking he probably doesn't do that for that reason, because he wants to use the ability TOOS.
And you can use your insects to block the Locust God.
So what do you think about attacking with Merciless Eternal too? Problem is, he can start jumping with his flying haste insects too. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Yeah, but then, because he won't block your Merciless Eternal, because it'll be a 4/4.
Correct.
I like that.
What if I draw a card? The other option is to cycle Horror, which will give me one more insect.
But next turn you can. But next turn.
Yes.
Okay, right now an insect won't do much for you because it can't kill anything. It's just a electron blocker. But next turn, a Horror will give you another 4/4 instead of another 1/1. If you play the Horror instead of using the ability. It's not a fire, but it'll still give you a 4/4 that works very well with the Locust God. Because every time you activate his ability, it gives +2/+1.
That's true. So you're thinking just hold the island and don't attack with the Merciless Eternal?
Yes. Just attack with your Locust God.
Okay. I can also kill his Seeker of Insight. And it's probably better to do on my turn.
It might be good to do before, because he'll probably block with, he can't.
No, but I think I want to do it now, because if he casts a non-creature spell... Oh, yeah, and it goes really well with the Locust God. So at this point, we're definitely going to get rid of it. Because if he can activate that and start making extra insects. Although I perhaps should have played the island so that if I draw another land, I can activate it twice per turn. That's a consideration too. So what kind of removal do we have to deal with the Locust God?
Do we have any exile removal?
I do not believe we do.
Always yield to it, yeah. And that's a problem. We do have a good amount of chump blockers for the Locust God. Fortunately, he has a good amount of chump blockers for the Locust God.
That is correct.
And if we play Horror, we'll be behind a turn for the Locust God. But if we play Horror, we can probably once we play Horror, we can probably just start attacking with everything except our insects.
Opponent does not attack. Upkeep trigger. Consign? Fling. Ha! That's cute. And he's doing it at...
Your Locust God.
So
you don't get a draw trigger.
But I can activate it now and cycle now to get 2 more. That doesn't really do a whole lot because of the Shimmer Scale Drake.
It lets you kill a Shimmer Scale Drake.
How does it let me kill a Shimmer Scale Drake?
Because you have 4 insects, and I can kill a Shimmer Scale Drake.
Alright. Ooh, we're definitely keeping Riddle Form. And the question is, do I cycle Horror of the Broken Lands right now? I don't know if Riddle Form gets that good anymore. That does let me scry.
I'd rather play Riddle Form right now.
I think I agree.
Why didn't Locust God go to our hand?
Because it's not the end of the end step yet. It's not the beginning of the next end step.
Oh.
And it'll go back to his hand as well. He'll cast it on his turn. Not really have a whole lot else to do.
You cast it on our turn?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately,
we won't have much else to do. We just traded. Mine was on the battlefield first, and now his is. Land would be fine. I would not mind getting more.
Sacrifice outlets. Or discard outlets.
Or getting up to 8 lands so we can activate it twice. Opponent going back and forth on whether they want to attack. Shimmer Skeldrake, not as good. I really haven't played a land since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. No attacks. I think Magic Online would have made me re-yield to that. That might have changed sometime recently. So opponent is not using Locust God's ability. Ooh, lots of flyers though. Might be best for us to play Shimmer Skeldrake. Ooh, opponent is coming in.
Block with an insect.
I think that's right now. I don't want to trade because then I have to recast it, and so does he, and he's kind of winning that race.
Another riddle form.
Yep.
You can play your painful lesson and attack for 3. Oh wait, no. I don't know if you want to attack with. No, you don't want to attack because he blocks with the Shimmer Skeldrake.
Right. How about cycling? Cycling the horror. Create more insects.
Yeah. But not the Drake, because you need flyers.
Agree. Play that land. We can scry next turn.
Should we put a stop on our upkeep to scry twice?
We can put one there. I don't think I would plan to, just because I don't want to use up 3 mana early in my turn, because I don't have that much. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. That will very slowly kill us. One other option is we could just start attacking with Merciless Eternal, discarding enough cards to keep it alive and get the Afflict triggers. He also has...
That's possible. Block with an insect.
Yep, we're going to keep a Riddle form.
Triple form, you mean? Triple form. Should we play the Drake or should we get another insect?
I think we play the Drake. 3/4 flyers better than a 1.
Did we have any cartouches? I do not remember.
We do not have any cartouches.
Because if we did, we would be able to use our Shimmer Skeldrake or Locust God to block his Locust God forever.
One's probably drawn a card, discarding a card. Another thing to consider is that we dragged the game out long enough, and he has activated Locust God's ability more than we have, or just generally drawn more cards than we have. We might deck him. It means we need to play a lot faster if that's what we want to do, though. Opponent is not too...
Is this still game 1?
I don't think I need to upkeep Scry.
We just started.
I think we're actually going to hold on to Painful Lesson. I could... If I attack with Merciless Eternal, what do they most likely do? Double block with insects? Block with Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs? Let it through? I kind of like attacking with this. It's a way to push damage through in a lot of different ways.
So I think you can also use the draw ability on his turn.
I can.
Or
yes.
we can do it twice if we play our land.
I will plan on discarding the land. He's going to try to burn it, and then do I discard my Painful Lesson? I think I do. Open Fire, Prowess. He might have something else, but then at least I'm... Oh, I'm dying anyway to it. Ooh, maybe that was a mistake. Oh. Yeah, that... Well, no, at least I'm trading with the Shimmer Skeldrake, but...
You were trading before with the Shimmer Skeldrake.
I wasn't, because the Open Fire was going to kill it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to plan on scrying next turn. Any of my unsummon effects are pretty good here, because making him recast Locust God.
Puts him behind him on insects.
Yes.
It is something to consider if we're playing a deck and we should not use Locust God's ability.
That is worth considering, yes. That is my little daughter Holly, who's also here telling my cat that he is being naughty. Riddle form number 4, we're doing it. Alright.
Woo! Now we just need to find creature spell.
Now since his 3/4 is gone, it's worth considering attacking with these.
But he still has Locust God, Aerial Guide number 2, and 8 bugs.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do it when it is when I'm getting all 4 of those going.
This is the most insane bugs I've ever seen.
Bugs?
Bugs.
Oh, the locusts, yeah. Not much is gonna happen. He's got me on a 19 turn clock with Wall of Forgotten Fairies, which he just forgot to do. And I've got him on a 17 turn clock just because he's gonna draw. Well, actually no, I'm gonna draw out before he does.
I think he's realized that because he hasn't activated it.
Scry. Vizier of the Tumbling Sands. That does cycle, which gives me an insect.
Yeah.
And untap something. But I'm not going to do it. Well, now that I went past attacks, I probably should have considered doing it on my main phase to see if I cycled into a cheap non-creature spell. Well, he is activating it, alright. There we go, he remembered this time. Now I have enough mana, I can also scry. Do I want to scry or do I want to cycle? Probably scry. Because it costs 3. On the other hand, I've got...
If you cycle, you want to tap a land and you can scry after it.
You're absolutely right, Alex. Thank you for thinking of that. Alright, we got something big coming. One of our problems, our deck does not have anything big. Oh, I forgot about that guy.
I do too.
There he is again. We don't have anything in our... No. Consigned to Oblivion would be a pretty good draw right now. I like that they're
using the tokens made by wizards.
Yes. Well, this whole program is made by
wizards. Yeah, I know, but I'm glad that they're using those tokens.
No attack. We're going to cycle. Untap. Swamp. Draw a card, make a token. Scry. Ah, there we go. Scry's Wandering Death, which gets back Bane Whip Punisher.
That can kill something.
And Merciless Eternal. Yeah, I think we keep that.
Oh, and Horror. And Horror.
Bane Whip Punisher.
And Horror.
Honestly, Merciless Eternal gets damage through...
I suppose that's important at this point.
Should I attack this turn? I kind of think
Do it. You have to leave up your 9 billion blockers.
Do I? He's got to block all of them. I have my Consign, so I'm going to toss his Locust God back into...
You have a very beautiful graveyard, Dad.
Because if he blocks with his insects...
He loses his insects.
He loses his insects, which make my riddle forms way better. So I think I Consign now before...
Yeah, that way his Locust God can't block him.
Right, I don't want to... Well, I could do it in response to blocks, but...
But we want damage, not kills. It was possible that we also got back one of our cyclers to get more stuff, but that also lowers us on our deck count.
It does.
Did you come up with the idea of crafting 4 Riddleforms?
I did. I think I'm going to attack with my Locust God as well. If he kills it with aerial...
Just because it'll be rather hard to kill it.
He has to throw away 2 creatures to kill it.
Is everything have flying?
Yes.
At least 2 creatures to kill the Locust God.
Right, and then that means he's taking more damage from insects. So he's going to throw 2 aerial guides in front of it, looks like. Yep. Then he probably chumps. He might go 3. He might go 3. No, he's going to chump. It looks like he's going to chump. And I'm going to get through something like 2 or 3 damage, and I have a lot more flyers left. This is taking a long time to block. Oh, he's throwing an extra one in front of there. True. Or a bounce spell, yeah.
So you do 5 to him?
It looks like it.
Kill his aerial guides. Because I can make the other things have flyer.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, Consigned to Oblivion is one way I had to completely deal with his god. Because I could wait until he has 1 or fewer cards in hand and consign it and then cast.
Oh, yeah.
No, 1 or fewer. But I don't think I actually need to do it here because I'm very close to winning. Any non-creature spell should become a win next turn, which is why I may want to just scry. 1, 2, 3. If I scry, I can't play Locust God. But scry is a win on the spot, right, Alex? Are you counting that out for me? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers, 3 blockers, so 7 get through. My 7 weakest get through. It's way more than enough, right?
Yeah.
Put the island on the bottom. Draw. What do we get? Unsummon. Perfect. Yes. All right. Opponent concedes. Thank you, opponent. Opponent could have made me play it out and burn some time off my clock. All right. We are in a control matchup.
Those matchups are so much fun. They're really long, also.
You know, Shadow of the Grave actually could do something in this deck, but it's still not very good. Graven Abomination is actually potentially a way to get rid of Locust God, but that's pretty hard to set up because I'll have to kill Locust God in my main phase, and then attack with it with Graven Abomination. Also, Locust God is bugged, or at least one of the gods was. At least a couple weeks ago, I ran into this. It went into the graveyard. I used a spell, the black 1-mana cycler that exiles cards from graveyard. Forget its name, to exile it, but it wound up going back to his hand. Carrion Screecher, it looks pretty terrible because it's a 1-drop.
Scarab Feast.
Scarab Feast, that is it. Without weakness, target creature gets indestructible, and it has cycling. That's actually kind of reasonable. I like that over, say, Spellweaver Eternal. Because without weakness will allow me to save my Locust God when it blocks his, for example, or attacks into his. Graven Abomination, but I only have 2 ways to kill it before combat. So I think it just kind of has to be too perfect of a storm for it to work. So I think I'm going to submit it this way. Excellent. We are going to start with a riddle form nice and early this time.
Evolving Wilds.
We mulliganed last game. We won off of a mulligan. That's pretty good. Yes, since we have, unless I draw an island, and then I would still probably Evolving Wilds. Because I think I just want to get another island. I tend to want to cast more blue spells than black spells. I'm going to do that now just to F6 for value. To save a little time because I am slow at the moment. Opponent brings out their Seeker. That's a very good turn 2 play. I don't need an upkeep stop at the moment. And Riddleform number 2. All right, this might be a train.
We don't have any non-creature spells right now.
We don't. That's true.
But
we've got 2 3-drops we can play after we play the
Riddleform. What does the Rifflet do?
Riddleform.
You sacrifice a desert to. Do you have any Rifflet?
Mill 4.
Okay.
Opponent gets in there for 1.
Tickle tickle.
They bear the heart. Okay, we're gonna just save that for next turn. Always yield. Yes. Lay Bare the Heart is an answer to Locust God, if I can get it before.
If you can kill it at all.
Well, if I can kill it and it goes back into his hand, and for some reason he doesn't cast it, because this is a sorcery speed spell, it's going to be fairly difficult. But if
one of the gods last, whatever.
Essentially, the opponent would have to choose not to replay their Locust God on a turn for some reason. And there may be reasons to do that. They may die if they don't play 2 creatures, if they need extra blockers, for example. Ooh, Painful Lesson or Lay Bare the Heart.
I like Painful Lesson because it finds us more non-creature spells, so we have more choices next turn.
And Locust God is 6, so it's... I don't... There's any way they'd be able to play it next turn anyway.
How was it already taken for damage?
I attacked with Riddleform last turn.
Oh, that's right, because you played a Riddleform. I forgot about that. Well, we're much less likely to draw a line next turn.
So my options next turn are going to be to either play the Shimmerscale Drake or play Lay Bare. Ooh, I don't have a second black.
Uh-oh.
I may not have the option to...
Cycling is Titan.
I may not have the option to do Lay Bare plus Merciless. In that case, Shimmerscale Drake is probably better because it's more... it's blocker in the air.
He sacrificed the desert to mill us.
No, he cycled his desert.
Cycled desert. The wrong blue desert.
Although, one of the ways I easily die here is Locust God, so I think I'm going to Lay Bare next turn, even if it's less value. Oh, that is quite good. If I draw a Swamp, now I may Banewhip Punisher and kill this Shimmerscale Drake, because my Riddleforms can't attack through that. Oh, it's probably still better to Lay Bare. Alright, how much mana? If I cast Lay Bare, and then I Vizier, if I cycle Vizier, untapping the Swamp, I'll have 2 mana. That's not enough. Okay. So... Curses. Alright, I think... This is actually fairly difficult. A lot of choices here. So I could Banewhip Punisher the Shimmerscale Drake. I could Lay Bare to see if he has Locust God, because that'll kill me pretty much if I don't. I kind of like Lay Bare and then Vizier, and that'll give Vizier... Casting Vizier will give me double black next turn. I am going to take a lot of damage in the air if I don't play the Shimmerscale Drake, though. I'm going to take 6 damage. Yeah, I honestly think I have to do this, because I cannot take 6 damage next turn.
And he can block any one of his creatures. Honestly, I'd block the Aerial Guide.
Of course.
Because the Shimmerscale Drake's bounce, but you kill the Aerial Guide.
Yes.
So let's get, instead of getting rid of 3 damage for 1 turn, it gets rid of a permanent 2 damage in the air. And
plus possibly more.
Yeah. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Alright, and that reduces the likelihood that I even want to play
Lay Bare.
Right. So I think I Banewhip Punisher the Shimmerscale Drake right now. And then play a land, because I can either play... Oh, what if I do the Vizier now? No, I still am short, right? Uh-oh. Essence Scatter? Essence Scatter. Alright. I think we get the Vizier down so I can double black next turn.
And you have 2 left over in case you get a non-creature spell. 3 if you need an island. 3 if you play your island.
So Unsummon is a very good draw right now. Consigned to Oblivion is a very good draw. Ooh, Naga Oracle digs him 4 cards closer. If we see him put 3 cards in his graveyard, there's probably a good chance that he saw something awesome. What did he do? He put Defiant Kenra and kept top 3 cards and kept 2 cards on top. Let's look at Laybear first. Let's see what he's got. I think we are going to use it, because if I draw into an Unsummon, well, if I draw into an Unsummon, I could have done it anyway, I suppose. Oh yeah, Locust God is legendary. I couldn't grab it anyway. Well, I'm going to assume he put a land on top then, so he can cast Locust God. Forgot about that. That's unfortunate. But if I hit an Unsummon effect right now...
Real forms are already on.
Correct. If I hit an Unsummon effect right now, I'm getting in for 9 damage.
Why do you need an Unsummon? Oh, to Unsummon his Shimmer Scale.
Correct. And that puts him really close to dead. If I have a non-creature spell. Okay, well that's interesting. I can't Lethal Sting it this turn, so I really think I need to take Unsummon and use it. Wait, no, I can Lethal Sting. I can Lethal Sting with the Vizier, right? I can untap my black, put a 1/1 counter on the Vizier, attack for 9. Correct?
You only have 2 mana.
I can untap the black with Vizier.
Oh, you play your... Have you played a land yet this turn?
I have not. But
Alright, so you play your island, untap your black.
I don't need to play my island. I can just untap it for... It doesn't cost anything to untap.
Oh, I completely did not see your mountain. I'm sorry.
So we're killing the Shimmer Scale Drake, putting a -1/-1 counter there.
Keep in mind you can unsummon eternalized creatures to kill them.
That is correct. And we're attacking for 9.
And he can only block 2 of it, or 3 of it.
Correct. And he does. Okay. Then he's dead next.
If you draw a non-creature spell, he's dead next turn unless he plays it.
He is, so I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep. I'm going to hold on to the land as possible. Discard fodder.
Well, he probably has a land for the Locust God.
He did not. Wow, okay.
Oh, he drew a land with that. So he has Locust God next turn.
He does. I don't know why on earth he didn't. I mean, it's possible.
It's possible neither of them was a land.
But if neither of them was a land, he should have put them both on the end of the graveyard, I think. I think that was I wouldn't call it a punt from opponent, but it was probably a less than ideal. Discarding Trial of Zeal. That you're in desperate straits when you're discarding that.
Which one is that? Which one is that?
Trial of Zeal, 3 damage, target creature or player. Draw a card. He is... Wow. I don't know why he didn't attack. Putting me down to 7 makes things difficult. Yes, scry.
I will not do it.
There we go.
That will do it. Summon a Cinema Striker.
And so we win. We're 2-1. Obvious punt. Big, huge misplay in match 2. If you missed it, I had the kill on the board. All I needed to do was use decision paralysis to stop him from attacking me for lethal. And I hit F2 through the declare attackers phase. And he had a menace creature attacking for 4. So even though I could have animated one of my riddle forms, the other one was tapped. I would not have had blockers for them. So this was fantastically fun. I wish I could have shown you a perfect 3-0, but mistakes do happen. You learn from them. You try not to make it again later. Alex, what did you think of this deck and playing?
Can I get it?
Can you get what?
Can I get this deck? Riddle Form 4 is so much fun.
a standard deck with quadruple riddle form. You don't draw them often enough,
I
sadly.
suppose. Yeah.
So maybe we do a modern deck with this, and then what was the white one from the Khans block? Mystic something. It's a white 1-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets a counter, and you could animate it, and its power and toughness were equal to the number of counters on it. You have some kind of blue-white control deck with that in it. I cannot think of that right now. But so thanks
guys.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And hope you liked it. Click that like button. Share it with your friends. Spread the word. I'll try to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.